Nobody notices the moment it begins. Not when you swipe the card for the first time. Not when the machine makes that soft little sound. Not when you walk out of the store feeling successful, confident, powerful. Because credit cards were never designed to feel dangerous. They were designed to feel invisible. And maybe that's what makes them one of the most psychologically powerful inventions in modern history. In the 1950s, America was changing. People were earning more, cities were growing, consumer culture was exploding. And then one night, a businessman forgot his wallet during dinner. That small moment inspired the creation of the first modern credit card. At first, it sounded revolutionary. No cash, no waiting, no embarrassment, just convenience. And people loved it, because for the first time in history, ordinary people could buy things instantly, even if they didn't have enough money at that moment. And that changed human behavior forever. You see, money used to feel physical. You could see it leaving your hand. You could measure the loss. But credit cards removed that emotional friction, and scientists later discovered something terrifying. People spend significantly more money when using cards instead of cash. Why? Because swiping doesn't feel painful. Your brain experiences less emotional resistance, which means the barrier between desire and purchase becomes weaker. That expensive jacket? Swipe. Late night food order? Swipe. Luxury watch you can't afford? Swipe. Sad after a breakup? Swipe. Trying to impress people? Swipe. Modern spending is no longer controlled by survival. It's controlled by emotion. And banks understand that better than anyone. Most people think banks make money when you use credit cards responsibly. But the truth is much darker. The real money begins when people lose control. Interest, late fees, minimum payments, debt cycles. That's the business model. And the most genius psychological trick of all is the minimum payment, because it creates the illusion of safety. You look at the bill, $40,000. But then you see, minimum payment, $2,000. And suddenly your brain relaxes. Okay, maybe things aren't that bad. But behind the scenes, interest keeps growing silently, month after month, year after year. A small purchase slowly transforms into a financial trap, and millions of people never notice until anxiety enters their life. Phone calls, bills, stress, regret, sleepless nights. Because debt doesn't arrive dramatically, it arrives quietly. But then social media made everything worse. Because now people don't just spend to survive, they spend to appear successful. Designer clothes, luxury dinners, VIP lifestyles, perfect Instagram stories. An entire generation is now under pressure to look rich online, even if they're financially drowning offline. And companies know this. That's why advertisements rarely focus on logic anymore. They focus on emotion. You deserve this. Treat yourself. Limited time offer. Live your best life. Notice something? The goal is never to make you think carefully. The goal is to make you feel something before you think. Because emotional people spend faster than rational people, especially lonely people, especially insecure people, especially people searching for identity. Modern marketing is not just selling products anymore. It's selling emotional escape. And the scariest part? It works. Think about luxury brands for a second. Most luxury products are not bought for survival. Nobody needs a $3,000 handbag. Nobody needs a luxury sports car. So why do people chase them? Because humans desperately want status, validation, admiration, importance. And consumer culture learned how to monetize human insecurity. That's why luxury feels emotional. It's not just fashion, It's psychology. And slowly, modern life became built around debt. People borrow money for phones, cars, vacations, weddings, education, food, and sometimes even basic survival. Debt became normal, expected, almost invisible. But invisible pressure still destroys people mentally, because financial stress changes the human brain. It affects sleep, relationships, confidence, mental health, and peace of mind. And yet, most schools never teach financial psychology. They teach equations, not emotional discipline. Now here's the interesting part. Credit cards themselves are not evil. In fact, wealthy people often use them intelligently. They collect rewards, build strong credit, travel cheaper, use leverage carefully. The difference is emotional control. Rich people usually treat credit cards like tools. Most people treat them like emotional support. And emotion is expensive. That's the real truth nobody talks about. Financial destruction rarely happens through one massive mistake. It happens through tiny, emotional decisions repeated thousands of times. One swipe at a time. One impulsive purchase at a time. One moment of weakness at a time. Until one day, people wake up surrounded by things they once wanted, but can no longer enjoy. Because debt steals something more important than money. It steals peace. And maybe that's why credit cards became one of the most powerful systems ever created. Not because they control money, but because they quietly learned how to control human behavior. Your impulses, your insecurity, your desires, your emotions. The real product was never the card. The real product was you. And in a world where everybody is trying to look successful, self-control has become the rarest luxury left.